Oh, yeah, I didn't wear any lipstick yet. Get ready with me. I gotta put on my makeup. You guys wanna watch? Here, this is makeup. I can do it without looking. My friends are like, how do you put on lipstick and you don't even look? That's the secret right there, that making it go on itself. Oh boy. We got the kinky hair today. Hi, Paul. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. It is a little bit overcast, but you can see the blue skies over there. It looks a lot better over there than it does over here. I finally wised up and put a fan in front of myself because it's super hot. And the sky is white. I hate that. I want blue skies, not white skies. Anyway, good morning, everybody. I wanted to talk to you today about something that I did 20 years ago and haven't looked back. I'm going to read to you something I wrote about what I did 20 years ago. Good morning, Darla. Good morning. So yesterday, I think I told you, was my birthing day, the anniversary of my second child's birth, which I do believe that every mama who gives birth should celebrate her birthing day. Yes, it's your child's birthday, but you went through it and you remember a lot better than they do, right? So I think that every woman should have her own birthing day celebration. And yes, when your kids are little, you celebrate their birthdays. But when they're all grown up, you celebrate their birthing days. And a lot of times, you know, my kids are in their 30s now, both of them. So we are no longer together on their birthdays because, you know, we got one across the country and one at the top of the country, and the three of us kind of triangulate the whole nation. Anyway, I wanted to talk about this situation, which is another anniversary, a 20-year anniversary since the day that I quit smoking cigarettes. And I'll tell you what, it was the best thing I ever didn't do anymore. Hey Maria, good to see you. What is delicious? My coffee. Hey Andreas. All right, I know it's a compliment, but do we really have to talk about my body? It's just my body, you guys, and I have to have long hair so I can hide it. Yeah, that's why I do it. Thank you, Andreas. But seriously, I'm not here to get compliments. I do this show because it's the Beach Report. I'm a journalist. Good morning, Anthony from Los Angeles. Thank you. Yes, or my Steve Harvey teeth. What are Steve Harvey teeth? But we can talk about my teeth because I fixed it. This one was missing and now it's back. You know, it's funny, one of my friends, I don't know, she's trying to get a rise out of me or what, but she's like, well, you know, I kind of liked your missing gap tooth because it made you more real. You know, when your teeth are too perfect, that's too much. But I'm thinking, well, my teeth were always perfect like this. It's just the last year that I lost this tooth, and then all of a sudden I'm looking like a witch, you know? So thank you, Anthony. I will take the respect, absolutely. There are pigeons all around me, Lewis, and I'm not fighting them. I'm a lover, not a fighter. I don't want to fight with anybody, actually. But yes, I got my fake tooth in, and I am super excited about it. So when people come on and they say, nice fake teeth, I'll say, no, no, no. Only one is fake. And it's this one. What the hell is a trap house? All right, you guys. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Do you smoke cigarettes? Because I quit smoking exactly 20 years ago. So thank you for liking and subscribing, Anthony, and reminding everybody else, please like and subscribe. We are live today in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And I wish it was a prettier scene. You can see we do have the blue skies over here, but over here it's a little bit cloudy. I don't know. Okay, well, what is it, me? I don't know. So you can laugh. I don't care. I'm glad you're here, Maggie. So glad. And candlelight too. Thank you. Be blessed and protected. I love that. Hi, Jackie. Jackie's got a series that we're advertising here. This is my show. Please don't do that. All right, Anthony, but you might have to get to work. Oh, a dope house. Okay. I don't know. What is that? Where they sell drugs? I don't know. I don't do drugs. I don't even smoke cigarettes anymore. And the drugs I do are prescribed. No, I don't. I mean, we have a med card here in Florida, so I can do those drugs. But that's it. And that's all. All right. It is always a beautiful day in Florida, Maggie Rose. You're not wrong. For the most part, it is great. Hi, Lucky. So Lucky says, how do you stay so beautiful? Which is a wonderful question to ask. And some people think I'm hideous, but I appreciate it. I think that beauty actually comes from within. It comes from happiness. It comes from following your faith. It comes from love. Beauty comes from feeling grateful for every day when you wake up and open your eyes and you say, thank you, God, for opening my eyes today. That's what beauty is all about. Good afternoon, wonderful horseshoe. You can tell when somebody is really, I guess, not liking themselves, or it's not even in a bad mood, but there are people who just feel like the world, everything is against them. And I think you lose your sparkle when you feel that way. But I do live my life in perpetual gratitude and happiness. And so now I want to read this to you because it is my 20-year anniversary, and I don't usually even acknowledge this anniversary, but it is actually very, very significant because I used to be a smoker. I smoked cigarettes. I think I started smoking when I was 15, maybe 16 years old, sneaking smokes. You know, just being a little subversive teenage girl. And of course, with the cigarettes, they get you addicted. And it's so bad. There are so many reasons not to smoke, but when you are caught up in that addiction, I know for a fact myself that it is almost impossible. I've heard the addiction to cigarettes is, hey, Chrissy, I'll smoke weed with you any day of the week, but it's the cigarettes that are bad. And Vincent, do you think that I need Botox because I have wrinkles? Guess what? I earned every wrinkle that I have, and I love my wrinkles. And when you smoke cigarettes, you actually make your skin a little bit more wrinkled. It's hot here, so it could well be that I have more wrinkles than I should because I smoked for so many years. But yeah, and you know what, Vincent, I'm sorry if I took that wrong, but I'm not self-conscious about my wrinkles or my my skin, my tan skin. Don't care about it. When I turn 60, I'll start smoking. I can't wait. Right, Albert. I think that if you... Oh, wait, the witch from the Wizard of Oz? Oh, I can do that. Who killed my sister? Who killed the Witch of the East? Was it you? No, it was an accident. Wait, I didn't mean to kill anybody. Well, my pretty, I can cause accidents too. Aren't you forgetting something? Yes, the slippers. The slippers. And then they disappear. Give them back to me or I'll... Rubbish, you have no power here. Be gone before somebody drops a house on you. Very well, I'll bide my time. And as for you, my fine lady, it's true, I can't attend to you here and now as I'd like, but just try to stay out of my way. Just try. I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too. Yeah, so there's that. Yes, I can do the Wicked Witch of the West. No problems. And Joseph, you're right. Confidence does also make you attractive. So, you know, it's just funny. I'm 60 years old and I'm not expecting people to say these things to me. Right, CK? And I think the person who said that is now very, very angry because I really am the Wicked Witch of the West if I want to be. Life will kill you, so smoking not stopping that process. That's logic, Chrissy. It really is. Okay. So for those of you who are new to the Beach Report and you don't know, oh no, Maggie, I do the whole thing. I can keep going. I can start the come out wherever you are, and meet the young lady who fell from a star. Do 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 do. She fell from the sky. She fell very far. And Kansas, she says, is the name of the star. Kansas, she says, is the name of the star. Do 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 do. Do. What are you smoking, Jackie? She brings you good news, or haven't you heard? When she fell out of Kansas, a miracle occurred. It really was no miracle. What happened was just this. The wind began to switch, the house to pitch, and suddenly the hinges started to unhinge. Just then, the witch, to satisfy an itch, went riding on her broomstick, thumbing for a hitch. And oh, what happened then was rich. The house began to switch, the pitching took a pitch. It landed on the Wicked Witch in the middle of a ditch. Witch, went out of the besiege, the witch is gone, the Wicked Witch. Yeah, blueberry muffin sounds yum, Maggie. That's definitely not a cigarette. Solar, you're here. Oh, I'm so happy to see you. I'm drinking coffee. I never drank coffee until I think I was 50 when I started drinking coffee. And now I love it. So, all right. For those of you who are new, I am a writer. I'm a journalist, and I am an author, and I'm an editor, and of course I do this show, The Beach Report. I've been doing this for more than 10 years now. So, yes, hip hip hooray for the coffee, Brian knows. So in honor of my 20-year anniversary, thank you, John Doe, I'm going to read to you something that I wrote 20 years ago. Today, I started writing this. In the 70s, I was a little girl pork. I was just a little kid in the 70s. I was born in 1965, so I was like 10, okay? And then I was 15. So I was a very good little girl. We represent the lollipop kids, the lollipop kids, the lollipop kids. No, lollipop guild, right? Maggie's right. And in the name of the lollipop guild, we wish wish to welcome you to Munchkin Land. It's okay, poor Tips. You were aging me a little more. We represent the Lullaby League, the Lullaby League, the Lullaby League. And in the name of the Lullaby League, we wish to welcome you to Munchkin Land. We welcome you to Munchkin Land. La 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 la. La 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 la. From now on, you'll be history. You'll be his, you'll be his, you'll be history. And we will ride a high over. You'll be a bust, be a bust, be a bust in the Hall of Fame. Oh, Willy Wonka, that's another good one. Look around and you'll find the pure imagination. Da, 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 ba, da, da. I don't know the words to that one, but it's a beautiful song. Da, da, da. Selena's here. Look, all my friends are here today. Thank you guys for coming to the Beach Report this morning. Actually, who was it? Wait, let me look it up. I'm here because I was summoned. And I was summoned by Mila Aesthetic. Where are you, Mila? Mila came on one of my yesterday's show and commented this morning, when are you coming on? I'm waiting. So here I am, Mila. Where are you? Okay, I'll let this go. Ahu, I know you're being very kind, but let's not talk about my body, okay? I'm 60 years old. I do not want to talk about my body anymore, okay? I'm not looking for a man. I don't date. My husband passed away almost 4 years ago. I'm still married, and I'll see him someday. So this is not a show about my body, all right? And please don't be disrespectful to me. I'm like your grandmother, all right? I know it was a compliment, but I'm just asking, like, why? Why does this happen? Is it because I'm in Florida? Is it because I got boobs? I don't know. I don't understand it, but whatever. Thank you, Darla. Thank you to my mods for keeping the chat safe, because I do appreciate that. Okay, so as a writer, I started writing this exactly 20 years ago today. So I'm going to write it. My eyes are brown. You, my brown-eyed girl. I've been on Robin Williams shows. I've been on a few TV shows. I live in Hollywood. What do you want to talk about? I was just 59. You are a Gen Xer, Jerry, and I am your leader. Yeah, now you know. Exactly. I love you, Maggie Rose. I'm glad you're here. Maggie, Maggie, I think that's... Wake up, Maggie, there's something... I'm not getting that one. Wake up, Maggie, I think I got something to say to you. It's late September and I really should be back at school. Thank you, Aho. I know I keep you amused, but I'm feel like being used. Oh, Maggie, I couldn't have tried anymore. Well, thank you, Jerry. I used to work for Nickelodeon. I was a Nickelodeon writer. And they put me on the show a few times, but I was always in very heavy makeup, so you didn't even know it was me. You know what, Roy? The only way that AI can replace writers and poets is if people let AI replace writers and poets. And you do see people now giving their talents away and relying on AI to the point where they are destroying their own ability to write and be poets. So yeah, it's a problem, but it's a problem for them. It's not a problem for me because I'm not outsourcing my writing to AI. AI will never sound like me. I got my own style. And you know, that's the way it is. Sorry, Royce, I don't always get it right. You know, I'm doing this just Acapulco. I know it's acapella, but I call it Acapulco because I can. I just do and say whatever the hell I want, okay? I'm 60 years old. I can get away with it now. All right, Jerry, I know, super busy too, but this is my day, so you can always watch on the replay. It's all good. You're right. Singing lifts your good frequency. Chrissy knows. Oh, what song? The Maggie May song? Thank you, Royce. Okay, look, I wanna read you something that I wrote. I wrote this. AI had nothing to do with it. And I wrote this 20 years ago. So here we go. This is about quitting smoking, which I did exactly 20 years ago today. Actually, this was the second day because I quit the day before, which was my son's 10th birthday. Okay, it's called No Good Time to Quit. And if you smoke cigarettes, you're going to want to hear this. Quit day number 2. Evil cigarettes will never rule my life again. No longer will I chug down the street puffing great white billows of foul-smelling smoke behind me. Inhaling slow death, just inviting my worst fears to become reality. It felt bad to be so wrong, defining myself by a loser label, stinky smoker. Nickelodeon, Nickelodeon. I used to write for a couple of shows for Nickelodeon, by the way. One of them was called Don't Just Sit There. It ran from like 1988 to, I think the show ended in 1990. So if you remember that, woohoo! I'll tell you, I'll spill all the tea about it. And then another show I wrote for Nickelodeon was called Make the Grade. And it was a game show. I wrote the game show questions, and it wasn't exciting as Don't Just Sit There. AI raising The Departed. I saw Marilyn cheerleading. Yeah, but it's fake. So I, however, am not fake, and I will never be. I will always be here for you as one of your Gen X leaders. Oh boy, Lynn, I'm so glad you're here. I'm 56. My husband died in 2008, and I'm still irritated with men, always making everything about sex, always just relating to you. Yeah, right there, girl. I hear ya. Hey, Shaw from the UK. So you are also a Gen Xer. You're having a Guinness right now. Well, it's morning over here. It's 10:13 in Florida. So thank you, Jerry. I can prove that I'm not fake. Thank you, Catastrophic. I try to keep it classy. It doesn't always work, but I try. Okay, I'm going to go back to what I wrote for all of the ages and everybody who wants to quit smoking. Selena says, I had a girlfriend kick coke, but couldn't kick the urge to smoke. It is so very addictive. All right, my life was a smoke opera, trapped in the membership of addiction and denial, pretending that it's okay to pollute the world with smoke, stink, and garbage. I can't believe I was actually paying big bucks for the privilege to eventually block my airways with chemicals specifically designed to kill me slowly, all with my permission. Hey, Veronica, fellow Gen Xer. So I don't know Dan Schneider. He worked in the Nickelodeon in Los Angeles, and I was a New York Nickelodeon girl. So no, I never met Dan Schneider. But from what I saw, he was a very not a good person, let's just say. I don't know. Jerry quit drinking for 20 years, quit smoking, feel healthier than I've ever felt before. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So, all the sick men are coming out. You guys do not talk that way to me. I'm not interested in any of you. I'm going to be like, oh yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, reality, I agree. Smoke weed, you'll be better off. Smoke affects even more than kids and pets, actually, Selena. Did you know if you work in a restaurant or a bar or something and you don't smoke, but they do smoke in the restaurant, the bar, you can be affected. You can go blind. Macular degeneration happens from smoking. I'm glad you're here, Jerry. Please don't be interested in me. Unless we can be friends. You're so disgusting, my goodness. And again, the most disgusting ones are the muzzies, just saying. Yeah, Kareem, we see you, jerk. Anyway, yeah. It's okay, Ahu. Just please be respectful. That's all I ask. All right, back to what I was writing. Like you're going to see a comment on here and think, oh boy, please sweep me off my feet. Exactly, Maggie. Yeah, it's just so. Okay, I want to show everybody this Kareem person. Kareem, you're a pig, and Darla's going to report you now and kick you to the curb, okay? Thank you for not participating. Okay, I'm going to keep reading, and I'm not going to look at the comments for a little while. So speak amongst yourselves or listen to what I'm reading. Oh my God, how stupid am I? Searching for a final smoke. This is the second day I quit smoking. That rewarding feeling of when compared to the stinking, evil, putrid long-term cage of death, I hope it's not too late for me and my loved ones. I was blinded by that smoky bliss for so long, so restricted from people and places that I didn't care where I was, as long as I could smoke. I was using it as a wall to shield those I loved best from getting too close to me and my polluted atmosphere. Wow. Wow, that hits hard. How neglectful and selfish was I to invite the killer into my home to live amongst my family. I don't think you need to stop reality. You'll be fine. He sucked in my hard-earned money and pretended to help me with my work, promising me the illusion of inspiration that was really just procrastination. Promising relaxation in exchange for the stress smoke was causing in my life. Offering social relations with like-minded smokers. Delivering pleasure in the midst of learning to hate myself for my dirty habit. Breathe in that smooth, smoky taste and lose your appetite for that which is healthy and wholesome. Quit day number 65. I am definitely losing my mind over this, and it makes me think that getting off this drug is like going on a drug, and a powerful one at that. I feel as if my whole life is gradually turning upside down, and all sorts of strange things are falling out of pockets I never knew I had. It's scary, exhilarating, and sickening all at the same time. But the most important thing has been the lesson I've learned about the addiction I've been suffering from since before my birth. It's so bad. It feels like a horrible crime. I hear about all the smoking related illnesses, and I wonder how anyone can continue to let this horror rage on, this terrible hazy death sold in neat little boxes of 20 cigarettes. I know, same joke. I'm appalled that I was ever a smoker, and I still can't understand why it took the pleadings of my 10-year-old son to wake me up. I know I have to stop beating myself up over my former addiction and begin living in such a way that this crime cannot be perpetuated through another generation. It's bad enough that we're killing our kids with too much junk food. At least we could clean up the air for them, right? I feel the strongest need to get the message across to those of us who are still locked within the grips of this deadly menace. I used to be a walking smokestack, and I will spend the rest of my life making it up to the people whose lives I've polluted. Yeah, it's a pointless habit. Quit day number 78. Statistics. $550.38 and 19 days and 19 hours of my life saved. Time smoke-free, 78 days, 2 hours, and 39 seconds. Hi, Holly. Cigarettes not smoked, 2,733. Lifetime saved, 20 days, 21 hours. Money saved, $580.12. What is saved and what is spent? Every day of life that goes by becomes a memory. There are no guarantees that any time or any money will be saved, but at least it will go somewhere else and not to the tobacco industry. Besides, nobody knows how long they will live or how quickly they will die or how much money they are actually saving. What would I do with 20 extra days anyway? go on a luxurious vacation, pig out on sweets, smoke cigarettes and get wasted. That wasn't even fun. It was a habit. It was madness. Yet it's still the first thing that comes to my mind. No, I think my last 20 days should be spent surrounded by the people I love, doing something productive for those who don't have to cut their time on this earth short. I would spend those last hours speaking to every child I could find, telling them not to squander time or take the days for granted. Because even when those days are bad, they are better than the alternative. Maybe. Well, the jury's still out on that one. But as long as I'm alive and able to create and experience and love, then I pledge to live each day to its fullest potential. I will feel each emotion deeply and try not to fear the real and imagined implications. I will trust that God really does have a plan for me, knowing that it's my job to carry it out without worrying about how it's going to happen next. And I promise to hold out my hand to the next person who needs help in getting through all of these, our last days on earth. Don't save them. Spend them wisely. Good morning, Tom. Quit day, number 105. No sugar tonight in my coffee. No sugar tonight in my tea. So today is the 5th day of my sugar abstinence plan. I have not intentionally eaten sugar or candy since Monday, and I am feeling so much better. Hi, Zizo. Halloween really did a number on me this year. It's like the quit has turned me into this big sugar junkie, which I think is even worse than smoking. My teeth were hurting from all the Reese's cups and candy corn. The inside of my mouth was raw and blistery, which can't be good. Besides that, I gained 8 pounds. That's 8 pounds even though I run 6 to 10 miles a day and have been working out. I was really starting to scare myself there. I tend to get a little obsessed when it comes to sweets. So, I've relegated sugar to the same status as smokes. Can't do them. No smokes, no sugar. Eliminating sugar has been especially challenging. Now that's really loud over there. Because it's constantly around me. And now my husband, my ex-husband, has begun making fudge for his business. It's like the walls of my home are dripping with chocolate lately. Everywhere I turn, I see little bags of runts. Those runts are insidious. And I'm not going to eat them, not even one, because one will lead to two. Hey, Marco Polo. Yeah, sugar is also poison, exactly. One will lead to 2, and 2 will lead to 20, and then it's on to Snickers bars and M&Ms, hopefully peanut. No, so I don't need nicotine, and I don't need sugar, and I've already stopped drinking alcohol. What do I eliminate next? Better yet, what do I add? Coffee. Quit day, number 116. No good time to smoke. If you wait for the perfect time, it will never come. Never. So you have to look at it in another way. The perfect time to quit is now. I had months to psych myself up for my quit, which was set for my son's 10th birthday. When the big day came, however, I was apprehensive and full of reasons why I couldn't do it yet. But looking into his big brown eyes, so full of trust and hope, how could I not do it? Hi, Chad. Well, it's almost 10:30. It's not that early. Hey, Bendel. That was 116 days ago. Hi, Anthony. Good morning. And I haven't looked back. I don't ever want to smoke again. Now, the motto is, there is no good time to smoke. Smoking will not alleviate my stress or make me feel better about anything. In fact, it will only make matters worse. Like anything you've been doing for a long time, The habit is hard to break. But not only is it possible, it will free you in ways you've never imagined. It's 20 years later, and this girl does not smoke cigarettes anymore. In fact, I'm one of those nasty ex-smokers who, if I smell a cigarette anywhere in my vicinity, I'm a head away. I hate the way cigarettes smell. I hate everything about them. I can't imagine that I ever smoked before, but you know, I own it, I did it, and we can all change. So thank you, 70s. But it is hard to quit habits like that. And but yes, especially cigarettes, which stink really bad. And it is interesting too that I look at it like, when I look back, I think I was shielding myself from other people. I was letting the cigarettes kind of push me away from the people I love the most. And that is not good. Not good at all. Holly was a social smoker for a while too. Well, see, that's the other thing about cigarettes, is that the people who are smoking cigarettes, they want everyone to smoke with them, because it is a social addiction. And thank you, Darla, at JillBooks.com. Please buy a book or 3. No, oh, Anthony, smoking. All right, well, now I want to talk about something that we all have to deal with, and that is the flock cameras. So you know how every time you go outside and you're driving and you see all these cameras above you, the cameras are supposedly watching the traffic, and they're watching more than that. Oh, Holly has a good point too. The money that is it's like, what are you investing in, you know? If you spent that money, or if you saved that money every time you would go buy cigarettes, instead you put it in the bank, I'd be very wealthy right now. It is burning bills. It is the same thing. So, Dave, we're talking about the fact that I quit smoking cigarettes 20 years ago, and I'm celebrating today because I think it's a wonderful experience to be able to share with everybody. And thank you, Maggie Rose. 20 years smoke-free. So there are people who will go for 20 years of not smoking cigarettes, pick it up, and they'll be like, they never quit. It can happen. I don't think it can happen to me though, because I've really grown to hate cigarettes so much. I can't even stand the smell of them. And whenever I'm around smoking, it really like gets me right here in my chest. I'm like, I'm not happy. But look, I think about it and I start coughing. No, I swallowed wrong. I'm all right. Thank you for the congratulations. I will take them. Hi, Brandon. So please like and subscribe. I'd appreciate that. On my 20-year anniversary, and now an ex-smoker. No, God won't let me pick them up again. No, I really don't want anything to do with that. I see it for what it is now. But somebody made this point earlier that a lot of people will quit smoking again and again and again. It is such a difficult habit to kick. And I did it myself. I think I probably tried to quit dozens of times before. It really was my son, my 10-year-old, saying, if you love me, you'll quit smoking. And I loved him. I love him. So I quit smoking. It was kind of an easy way to prove that. Electronic cigarettes are now, that's the same thing as vaping, right? And from what I understand, it's terribly bad for you. I remember when they first came out with those e-cigarettes, and I was still smoking at the time, And I tried one thinking, well, maybe this will be better. And there wasn't anything about it that really grabbed me. I didn't like it. I didn't think, well, this is just like smoking, but it's not. I don't know. There really wasn't anything about the e-cigarettes that made me think it was something I would do. So I never got into that, but vaping, smoking doesn't appeal to me at all. I understand it's even worse maybe than cigarettes because they haven't studied it. So they don't really know what happens when you smoke those e-cigarettes or you're vaping. Thank you, Marco Polo. Yeah, exactly, Maggie. We don't know what they do to the human body yet. I think probably don't do it. You know, it's tough to live in this world where you're constantly bombarded, tempted by things that are not good for you. Good morning, Anthony Sorbonne. All right, so now we're going to pivot from my woo-woo anniversary of having quit smoking 20 years ago. Yeah. You know, you do have to celebrate when you do things like that. I think it's very healthy. And it does remind me, too, that I can do anything I set my mind to. Good morning, John Picard. It was very, very difficult to quit smoking. Like I just said, I probably did it a dozen times before I finally was able to quit. You know, it's sometimes you get led into these temptations. You think, I'll just do this for a little while and I won't get hooked. And then you do. It's not good. So anyway, I do want to pivot now and talk about the flock cameras. Hi, Ferris Bueller. What a nice thing to say. Hello, Kurdistan. So here in America, we are constantly seeing these cameras everywhere. We're being told that they're there to help police catch bad guys. But that's not what happens. In fact, namaste to you too, Tillman. Thank you, Arnell. Yeah, score. All right, so we're all being watched. And why are they watching us the way that they are? I think it's because other countries watch their citizens, like communist countries like China. And they're using these cameras, these so-called flock cameras or whatever. It's all spyware, spy cameras. They're spying on us constantly. Thank you, GC. You guys are very nice. Thank you, Manilow. Wait a minute. Barry Manilow? Oh, Mandy. Well, you came and you gave without taking, but I sent you away. Oh, Mandy. Well, you kissed me and stopped me from shaking, and I need you today, oh Mandy. Dude, okay, you know, please stop talking about my body, please. It's not nice for me when you do that. You know, I just want to stop and say, Mandy is your wife. Wow, I love it. I love it. That's so cool. But honestly, you guys, this is my body, okay? I live in Florida. And I wear these clothes and I'm not naked, but this is my body and it looks like this. And I'm not here trying to turn anyone on. And I'm a widow and I'm 60 years old, for crying out loud. So what the heck do you want from me? You know, I have the long hair so that I can do this, so that you won't talk about it. But these suckers are on the front of my body, okay? I can't do anything about it. And I'm not going to wear turtlenecks in Florida. It's never just a coincidence, Manilow. All right, let's get back to it. Thank you, Holly. Holly's like, come on. She's dragging me over to the flock cameras. It's all part of Agenda 2030 World Digital Surveillance. Patrick, thank you so much. Yeah, Granny's got jugs, okay? Do you have to talk about me that way? Seriously, Patrick? What are you, 5 years old? You know, it's so rude. Like, all women have breasts. All of us. It just is what it is. Can we get over it? Do I have to do this for the rest of my life? I guess I do. I've had long hair my whole life because of you men talking about my body. And my body is right here. And my boobs are right on the front. So what am I going to do about that? Do I have to hide myself? Sorry, it is so flipping annoying. I don't know why you feel that you have to do that. But thank you to my mods for helping me to not have to go through the just the nasty comments and the nice ones too. I know you think you're being nice, but really, would you walk up to a woman on the street and just be like, "Hey, nice jugs"? Thank you, Manilow. I want to sing a little more to Manilow. Yesterday's a dream. I faced the morning, crying on the team. The pain is falling, oh Mandy. Well, you came and you gave. Now I've lost it. But I sent you away, oh Mandy. Well, you kissed me and stopped me from shaking. And I need you today, oh Mandy. Yeah, I know, right, Manilow? Do I deserve this? I don't. I'm not queen of the universe, so they wouldn't talk about me like this, Marco Polo. Oh, man. Anyway, let's see. I write the songs that make the whole world sing. I write the songs of love and special things. I write the songs that make the young girls cry. I write the songs, I write the songs. Oh, my music makes you dance and gives you spirit to take a chance. And I wrote some rock and roll so you can move. Music fills your heart. Well, that's a really fine place to start. It's from me, it's for you, it's from you, it's for me. It's a worldwide symphony. I write the songs that make the whole world sing. I write the songs of love and special things. I write the songs that make the young girls cry. I write the songs, I write the songs. I am music and I write the songs. That was for you, Manilow. And I love that your wife's name is Mandy. That's just too cool. Yeah, Donna's sending people into the intercoastal to be eaten by sharks, and Darla's helping. Well, I don't know. Darla definitely holds her own too. I love you guys. Holly, you're no slouch yourself. All right, you guys. Flock cameras. Getting back to my subject. So they're suddenly everywhere because the company aggressively markets its automated license plate readers and AI-driven tracking technology directly to thousands of local police departments, private neighborhoods, and businesses with minimal public notice. Why are they doing this? Because China, because that's what they do in China. I think it is all, I'm going to say the words conspiracy theory because I am a conspiracy theorist and I'm proud of it. And everything I've ever said turned out to be true, including the pandemic, which I never believed in from day one. That's just me. And nobody injected anything into my body to stop me from getting the flu. Just saying. Just saying. Anyway, it's all been leading to a surveillance state. And for those of us who have been alive for the past 60 years, we have seen our society getting further and further enmeshed in technology that is watching us. That is, thank you so much, Anthony. I love it. And coins are always beautiful. Thank you, Manilow. Oh, you guys are so kind today. Anyway, we have seen the communist societies like China, Venezuela, Cuba, North Korea, and we've lived our lives being told communism bad. Now suddenly communism is being called socialism. Oh, democratic socialism, like you want to dress up a pig in lipstick. There you go with that one. And now the young people are all falling for it. And it's terrifying. And I'm not saying that lightly, because I know that I'm not afraid of anything. God tells me not to be afraid of anything, but watching young people choose a fate where they will be watched for the rest of their lives and treated like cattle, it hurts. It hurts because our forefathers in this great country of the United States of America fought tooth and nail and lost their lives in order that we may never be confronted with the scourge of communism or democratic socialism. It all leads to the same thing. Unfortunately, the last 10 years have been continuing a downward spiral into where our society has become robotic, and the young people who weren't, I want to say raised to understand, but I can't even say that because I raised my children to understand the dangers, and I'm not so sure that it took. You can raise your children how you see fit, but when society takes over and they grow older and they go out into the world and have to make up their own minds about things, you lose control if they do buy into the socialist democrats of the world. And those who think that surveillance is a good thing, because hey, it might stop crime. Really? I don't think so. So I'm going to go into some reasons why we are seeing all of these cameras everywhere. One of the reasons is because of the aggressive sales and private networks. Flock safety partners, not just with cities, but also with private HOAs. And if you don't live in America, you might not know what an HOA is, but it's really just a group of people in, like if you live in an apartment building, they have this HOA, Homeowners Association. But what it really is a group of people trying to control everybody else in the neighborhood, in the apartment building. They charge a lot of money, which they claim is for expenses, like you might need a new roof. And I can see where that could be a good thing, but when an HOA unreasonably demands things of their neighbors, like don't put up an American flag, and a lot of HOAs will do that, which I think is terrible. Or an HOA might not permit you to have a dog, or little things that you should have personal choices. HOAs don't give you personal choices. And now it turns out they are watching you on their flock cameras. Universities, commercial properties, they're layering public and private camera networks, and the hardware, it multiplies like rabbits. You know what rabbits do. Police departments love these flock cameras because the AI-enabled systems can scan thousands of license plates per minute. They cross-reference hot lists and help locate stolen vehicles or suspects. No, I think what they do is they turn everyone into a suspect. If we're all being watched, then we're all suspects. They started out telling us these are just license plate readers, but no, they can identify your car. They know what color it is. They know if you have a bumper sticker on the back. They know if you got something hanging in your windshield. They know exactly who you are. And now they're integrating the data sharing clouds. So they make mistakes. Did you notice AI is not just not perfect, but AI regularly screws things up. Like it's normal. You can try to write with AI. I tried it, believe me. I'm a journalist, I'm a writer, and I wanted to know what capabilities it had. And what I've learned from AI is that it lies. Thank you, Tony. It tells you things that like aren't true. They call it hallucinating. I call it lying. I call it misrepresenting. Thank you, Tony. I call it deceit. It's just all deception. So we do have some organizations like the American Civil Liberties Union, which is apparently, I don't know if they're fighting for us, but they are warning that these network logs, they document our travel habits. Everyday citizens, they have no warrant, but it's a surveillance. Reports have shown local camera data being queried for immigration enforcement. Now, I do agree with immigration enforcement, but that's all they care about. So those are the only people who need to be surveilled as far as I'm concerned, because I don't want people in my country who don't care about my country. And we can talk about that too. I've been through immigration, and I even became a Swiss citizen in the 90s. So I know how to become a citizen. I know how to be a citizen. I know I came back to my country, the United States of America, and I couldn't just be an American citizen anymore. I had to be sponsored by my own grandparents. So, yeah, I followed all the rules, and I don't appreciate it when people break into my country and do not follow rules. And then we're supposed to, what, feel sorry for them? Give them all our taxpayer dollars and send their kids to school? Make sure they've got good health insurance. I don't have any health insurance, and I'm 60 years old. Anyway, it is what it is. So when I talk about the flock cameras, I also want to point out that I wish they would quit with that noise anyway. I wish that they would also add in the data centers, because I think it all works together. Have you guys ever heard of something called 15-minute cities? I know in Europe, it's very easy to get around on foot. You can get anywhere within like 15 minutes. They know about 15-minute cities over in Europe. But here in America, with our great big wide open spaces, 15-minute cities have been proposed, and nobody wants it. Because it's kind of like corralling people and telling them you can't really go anywhere. Now, I noticed this restriction of movement is already taking place up north. Here in Florida, it's very easy for me to go to the East Coast. If I'm on the West Coast, I can go up, down, and all around in Florida, and it doesn't have to cost me any money. There are plenty of roads I can take that don't have tolls, and it's just, you know, it's a nice driving experience here. Sometimes you are driving on beach roads, which is so much fun. It's like literally driving on a boat. You're going up the A1A, and you see the ocean from your car. I love that. Or driving down to the Florida Keys, and you're literally driving through the ocean, but you're on bridges. It's a lot of fun. But then you go up north, places like Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey. And every time you get on the road, well, most of the roads, you're going to be told. It's going to cost you at least $100 to get from Pittsburgh to Philadelphia on the Pennsylvania Turnpike. I don't take it anymore. I don't think it's worth it. It's like so much money, and I'm already spending money on gas. And then I think about the fact that I've been driving the Pennsylvania Turnpike since I was a little kid. My parents were driving it. And have we not paid off that toll road yet? That's how it started. All toll roads start as, we'll pay this off, and then it will be free. But that never happens. It's like everywhere you go, you have to pay. And that is especially apparent to me. New York, forget about it. Forget about it. Right, Jamie Crow? Where's Jamie when you need her? Jamie and I, we drive into Brooklyn, and there's a sign that literally says, You're leaving Brooklyn. Forget about it. It's hilarious. I love it though. Sorry. Your phone service provider has it, and we'll give it out. They just need a warrant. Yeah, right. Exactly, Michael. Oklahoma has almost as many toll roads as Florida. We only have really one toll road, I think. And we have a turnpike, Oh, and we have Alligator Alley. And I can't really think of too many other, well, there's some bridges that cost money. Hi, Two Stroke. How you feeling today, my friend? Route 90 up the Redneck Riviera to Panama City from Cedar Key. And it doesn't cost you anything. Mila, finally. I know I got your message this morning, and thank you. And here I am. Not just because of you, but you definitely lit a fire under my butt. A lot of people own iPhones rather than flip phones, so I never really mentioned flip phones. Andrea Butterfly, I didn't see you. You're here too. Yay! Wait, what can they do with regular flip phones? All right, I've lost all these. And T-Bug's here. Jim up north. How did I miss all these people that just came on? Okay, I got to go back in my comments. Sorry. Michael says, we were being watched all the time before those cameras. Not really, Michael. Not like this. Tony sent a flower. Thank you, Tony. Jim says, know if you have a car warranty and check up on it. Oh, yeah, that car warranty thing. ACLU is not exactly your best friend. We know that, Two Stroke. Mila says, they're just big fat liars. They always act like they're right, but they are never right. I hate the government. Right there with you, Mila. Holly says, smartphones are trackers too. So true. Yeah, even your television, your smart TV, it looks like it's off, but it's watching you. This is why I don't watch TV, because I don't want the TV to watch me. And I am the TV, so there's others that need to be watched. That's true. They want you to wear a burqa. Another one. And the iPhones can check your messages and they listen to your phone calls. Military satellites can track a soccer ball to the T from space. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they can do that with regular flip phones. That's true. All right, I'm glad you're here, Andrea. You guys are fast with all the comments. All right, I think I've got them all. They told a few bridges in mid-Michigan just last year started new tolls. That's terrible. Just mentioning iPhones is misleading. Just say phones. Good point. Yes, all of them. Although I think iPhones might be the worst culprits. Good morning, Mr. Inappropriate. What about smart refrigerators? Is that still a phone? It is if it's watching you. Almost all cars are GPS computers. If the TV's watching me, I should be a star by now. How did Siri convert into iPhone? Good question. I hate Siri. I don't use any of those things. One of my friends is like, Siri is always messing with her. It's like, why would you use that? I mean, actively messes with her. It's crazy. And Siri's listening all the time. Okay, so what do we do about it? You know, we're all being watched. We're all being surveilled. I'm watching my phone, but my TV is in front of me. It's watching you too, Mila. They're all watching us. Let's see. Oh, here's something that I was researching. This is breaking news. New documents indicate that the CIA was shielding foreign interests, not the American people. New election integrity documents now circulating publicly suggest something unprecedented. CIA officials were allegedly shaping intelligence in ways that protected foreign influence operations while keeping the American public and the president in the dark. According to investigative journalist Catherine Herridge, yay for Catherine, internal CIA communications show officials discussing how to deliberately massage the president's daily brief in November 2020 to remove intelligence that pointed directly to election-related interference. Yes, I voted for Donald Trump. Of course I did, because I'm smart. I can't imagine anybody bragging that they voted for Kamala Harris or God forbid, Joe Biden. Really? Tells us everything we need to know about you. They act like we are their pets and we are human. I really don't like government. They never give us privacy. That's right, Mila. They do act like we are their pets when supposedly we elect them, but you wouldn't know it. Especially when we look at the 2020 election, which every day we learn more and more how badly the American people were deceived by the government, by the CIA. I'll read you a little bit more about this. Yes, greatest president ever, SRP knows. Catherine Herridge reports that the warning centered on a Chinese multi-domain influence campaign, trade pressure, diplomatic maneuvering, open source intel, social media manipulation, and operation designed to shape American sentiment from the outside. Instead of elevating those warnings, the document suggests the CIA softened, filtered, or suppressed them. So who is the CIA working for? Guess. That alone would be a national scandal, but the silence from major media outlets made it worse. Yeah, I am a real journalist. I graduated from the Scripps School of Journalism in 1987 from Ohio University. Oh, wow. Here's someone for you. Get that Bordy. What a nasty person you are, Bordy. You must hate yourself. Oh, Donna, you don't have to summon me. Here I am. Here I am. All the major media outlets except for Fox are liberal, so the left has a distinct advantage at brainwashing the public. SRP, you're right, and guess what? Fox is also liberal. Fox pretends to be conservative. No, but they're not. And you know how I know? Because on election night for the 2020 election, Fox played along with all the rest of them and declared Joe Biden the winner before it was stolen. I mean, really? Yeah, Fox News, not your friend. The Democrats are 99% responsible for the stolen 2020 election. That's right. I would say 100% responsible, because it sure wasn't us, we the voters. The same networks that spent years insulating the Biden administration refused to air President Trump's recent speech last week on election integrity, despite the fact that the documents he referenced are now being reviewed by journalists, analysts, and congressional investigators. Not one major outlet carried his remarks. Not one allowed viewers to hear the president speak directly about the intelligence now coming to light. That's a blackout that is impossible to ignore. And it's also a confession. They don't want to talk about it because they perpetrated it. I believe that the 2020 election was stolen, not with the Smartmatic machines, which, yes, I believe that they were bad, but by the media, by these people who were paid, or, I don't know, maybe even coerced. Maybe they were friends with Epstein. But it is really despicable how the American people have been deceived by talking heads. And I started out as a journalist, in 1987. I graduated from college and journalism school. And my first job was as a beach reporter. Yes, that's right. The beach report is a real obsession with me for my whole life. And you're right, SRP, the chat channels are loaded with left-wing lunatics. Yeah, that's not me. And thank you for being out here on my show, Ferris Bueller. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you wonderful people who do support the Beach Report and all that I do to try to promote truth and honesty. Maybe not in journalism, because I can't do anything about that. I'm just one little journalist. But I'm a journalist with integrity and heart, and I love my country, and I wouldn't do anything to ever destroy it. Hello, Ian Ward. How are you? And I am supported and fueled by my readers, my followers, you guys. I don't have any big company behind me. I don't get paid by anybody at all. It's 11 o'clock in the morning, Ian. It's not that early. I like how Trump stopped the war in Ukraine. Well, secret, you can say whatever you want, but you have no idea what President Trump is going through. Please, Mila, tell everybody about my channel. I appreciate it. Jamie, there you are. I was already talking about you. I was trying to summons you because I forgot to let you know that I was going live. I always forget things. 9 o'clock, Mila, where are you? Where is everybody? Drop us a location here so we know who everybody was. So you saw Sticks last night. Too much time on my hands, ticking away. I don't know what to do. Did they play that one? What else did they play? Tell us a playlist, Jamie. I'll try to sing it. I love Styx. I became a Styx fan a long time ago when I was a little kid, and my dad loved Styx. Yeah, Jamie went to see Styx. Orlando, what does LFG stand for, Anthony? Fooling your... Is that a song? I want to hear the songs. I'll look them up. But before I do that, I do want to read the rest of Catherine Herridge's reporting. I think it's very important. Combined with new whistleblower statements of what Catherine has told us, emerging in 2026, this paints a picture of institutions that were willing to withhold foreign interference warnings from President Trump, while media organizations simultaneously work to control what the public was allowed to see. Former CIA officer Pedro Israel Orta has reiterated this year that the agency refused to display Trump's photo inside the building, a symbolic but telling indicator of internal hostility toward the elected commander-in-chief. Jim says, I wish great views today and beautiful boats to pass by and maybe even a turnaround to the great vibe energy. You mean make it great. Wait, is that really President Trump? Well, if it is, I'd be like, wow, honored. Yes, we talk about you every day, President Trump, and we think you're the greatest president ever. And the people come here and say nasty things about you, get thrown into the intercoastal behind me and fed to the sharks. So I don't wear makeup. And I think it's, Darla, you didn't have to hide that one, because I am quite proud of the fact that I am not only one of your Gen X leaders. Thank you, President Trump. I wish I could believe that was really you. That if I really thought that was President Trump, I don't think I could stand here and like talk like a normal person. So I'm gonna pretend. I'm gonna just say, wow, and that's really cool. Huey, Gen X is the only hope that you have in the world. Honestly, you're the ones who sold your own future away because you didn't listen to us. And you didn't respect us, and you thought you could do it by yourself. You thought you knew everything, right? You thought you'd go into democratic socialism, didn't you? You thought that you could elect a person like Kamala Harris to be our president. No, the Gen Xers said no. And I think there might be more of us than there are of you. Jesus loves you, America. And Jesus loves you too, President Donald J. Trump. That would be very cool. All right, let me continue telling this story. Congressional committees are now requesting additional documents. Several members have publicly stated that the intelligence community's conduct in 2020 requires full exposure. Independent analysts are calling for a declassification review of all election-related intelligence from that period. Even some legacy journalists, they call them legacy journalists, I call them propaganda, quietly, cautiously have begun acknowledging that Herridge's reporting cannot be brushed aside. No, it cannot. Americans deserve every page, every email, every briefing. They deserve to know why warnings about a foreign influence operation were allegedly withheld, and why the media continues to avoid the story entirely. read the documents yourself. They're on the website for the White House, whitehouse.gov. The conversation is shifting and it is accelerating. You saw a boat? I don't see any boats behind me. Yeah, start the block party. Journalism. I love journalism, you guys. I wanted to be a journalist since I was a little girl. And the only reason that I'm not working for the mainstream news is because I've lost all faith in them. And I used to be a reporter for the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette for something like almost 20 years. Christopher, dialogue is not just the one-sided talking points that ignore their own corruption, is numbing the masses. I am conservative and love the United States. I have stopped listening to the legacy media. It's right, Jim, it's a metaphor. Yeah, legacy. What is that? Well, I'm 60 years old, so this is my legacy, okay? I want to tell the truth. I don't have any skin in the game as far as there is no corporation paying me. In fact, I have been my own corporation. It's called JillBooks.com. I have my own website. I write my own books. AI has nothing to do with my business. You will never see AI take over the Beach Report. And Ian, you think that you're living in a wonderful free country in the UK, or do you want to live in a free country? Your career story is coming. Your ship is coming to port. It might be, Jim. I don't know. I'm very, very small potatoes. I mean, look, I don't even have 16,000 followers. But if you guys all like and subscribe, I can get there. I might be able to get there for the next week. Nothing's free, Glinging. Nothing. Nothing absolutely is free. You have to pay for it all. Thank you, Mila. And those of you who hate Israel, you get no purchase on the Beach Report. Thank you. Thank you for reporting the perverts. I agree. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's sad that I have to have moderators on my show to get rid of nasty perverts. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Guy. Anyway. All right, you guys, it is 11:08 and I have been going strong for 77 minutes here. Regular Republican, illiterate. Oh, yes, I'm so illiterate that I've written 3 books. Yeah. All right, you guys. I'm going to see you on the next Beach Report. Oh, wait, Jamie is going to speak at the Shriners Hospital for crippled children. That's wonderful. Wait, Mila, are you really 10? Really? I thought you were older. All right, well, that's cool. All right, everybody. Anyway, I got to go. I got a lot of work to do. I got some books to put out, including Jamie's, okay, Mila, and including Jamie's new book, which is called Over the Wall, the true story about J6. So working on that today. Someone made another account of me. Yeah, they did that to me too. You know, the stalkers, the pretenders. Oh yes, I'm the great pretender. Ooh, pretending that I'm doing well. Ooh, I pretend too much, pretending that you're still around. All right, thank you, Jim. All right, you guys, I gotta go. Yeah, they're trying to ruin your life, Jamie, but don't let them do it. You are so special and amazing, and you've got good friends on your side. All right, I'm gonna say ciao for now, and all you trolls jump into the intercoastal. I love you guys. We'll see you on the next Beach Report. Have a wonderful rest of your day. God bless.